What if one day Texas broke away from the United States and became its own country? It was just another morning in Texas until the announcement came. The governor of Texas declared, "We are now an independent republic." Crowds flooded the streets, some cheering, some crying. The Lone Star flag rose over the Capitol once again. Breaking news spread like wildfire. Texas has left the United States. At the borders, military checkpoints were set up overnight. The U.S. president called for an emergency session in Washington. Meanwhile, Austin prepared to become the capital of a new nation. The Texas dollar was announced, a blue and silver note featuring cowboys and oil rigs. Gas prices in the U.S. surged. Texas had all the oil now. The Texas National Guard was activated and rebranded as Texan Armed Forces. In Houston, tech companies began redesigning internet infrastructure. The U.S. cut off federal funding. Texas fired back by seizing federal buildings. International leaders responded. Russia congratulated Texas. China called it interesting. Texans had mixed feelings, freedom or isolation. A new constitution was drafted, simpler, stricter, and very Texan. Public schools began teaching Texan history as a core subject. NASA operations in Houston were halted and renegotiated. Major highways now required new entry permits for U.S. citizens. Gun laws, even looser. Freedom above all, said new lawmakers. Tech companies like Dell and Tesla threatened to relocate. Texas began building its own satellites. Independence extended to the skies. Border cities faced chaos. Families split. Businesses disrupted. Mexico opened a new consulate in San Antonio. Texan culture exploded. Music, BBQ, and cowboy hats reigned again. A national anthem was crowdsourced and voted in online. The first national day of celebration. Fireworks, BBQs, rodeos. The Texan president addressed the world from a ranch. Banks froze cross-border accounts. New crypto Texcoin was introduced. Airlines had to reclassify Texas as an international flight. Debates raged on. Will Texas survive or fall? A new alliance was proposed. Canada, Texas, and Florida. Some U.S. states threatened to do the same. Texit inspired us. Texas legalized border trade with Latin America directly. Oil prices hit an all-time high. Texas became rich overnight. But water shortages loomed. A crisis in the making. Citizens worried. Was independence worth the uncertainty? Texan embassies opened in 14 countries. Hackers from abroad tried to disrupt the Texan economy. A national election was held. Ranchers, veterans, tech leaders ran for president. Rural towns felt empowered for the first time in decades. The Texan passport was revealed, stamped with a lone star. U.S.-Texas relations remained tense, but diplomatic. Artists painted murals of a new nation rising. Texan children pledged allegiance to a new flag at school. The national motto, bold, brave, and free. And in the heart of it all, Texans stood tall, proud, and uncertain, because no one knew what came next.